Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big Gauchos, the stock and investing show is completely out of pocket to help put money in your pocket. I'm Austin, once again, back with the boys.
What up, guys? It's Big Gaucho Tyler. We back.
Hey, David's here, and hopefully everyone's having a great weekend. So we got some pretty big news today, starting off with Mr. Kanye West himself.
Yes, sir. This
Yeah.
is this is the best news of the whole week, and frankly, the greatest turnaround for a bankrupt company I've ever seen.
Yeah, true. So apparently what's going on is Kanye West is partnering with The Gap, to bring his Yeezy collection to The Gap at an affordable price for everyday Americans. So that's pretty interesting.
Yep, he signed a 10-year deal with them today, and it's super big news. I think it could really go places, and I was reading up on it. They're saying that they're expecting the Yeezy line to bring in $1 billion in 2021 when they incorporate it into the Gap brand, which if that's true, they brought in 4.3 billion in sales, just the Gap, like all the companies by themselves, like in 1 year. So that'd be almost a fourth of their yearly revenue just from Yeezy.
Yeah. And also, like, just thinking about the Yeezy brand itself, it's worth $3 billion. And everybody loves his stuff, regardless of what he's releasing. When it's released, it's sold out. It's very hard to get, and the resale price that comes with it is quite hefty. So now that he's making a more affordable Yeezy brand for Gap, I think a lot of people are going to pick up on it and just line up just to pick up his stuff.
I couldn't
Yeah,
agree more.
definitely. I know. I think I will probably try to pick up some of his stuff because I like some of his shoes. They're really cool and pretty unique. But I just don't want to shell out the money for a shoe that's going to cost that much. So if they start selling it at the Gap or Old Navy or whatever, and it's somewhat affordable, maybe like $100 or less, somewhere around there, then I definitely will pick up a pair. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, and the Gap owns a bunch of companies, so who knows? I mean, maybe over time it could even get integrated. But I think it's really cool that he's tapping into the lower price clothes market because that's super big right now because fast fashion's really in, and uh, the store Uniqlo, it's a chain similar to H&M that's on the East Coast and international. They did a partnership with Cause, the popular street
Yeah.
artist, a couple years ago. Yeah, those shirts were only like $25, so
Dang.
that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I
Causes are
tried to
good
get
stuff.
one, but yeah, I love all of his figurines and sculptures. They're so
Yeah.
cool.
If anybody has a pair of Jordan 4 causes, send them my way because they are worth a lot, and I would love to have them in my collection.
Yeah, we'll give you a sponsor slot on the episode.
Yes, we will.
True. But we were talking about this before. Who was saying, was it you, Austin, saying that Kanye used to work at, what was it, Old Navy, right?
He
That
worked
was
at
what
Gap
Tyler said. Yeah,
Oh, the
and
Gap.
in his
yeah, he.
teens
Mhm.
when he was a youngin, and then I guess when he became famous and started designing his own clothes, I guess in an interview, believe in 2015, he said that he wanted to be the Steve Jobs of Gap. So I guess this is his chance to shine and make something of himself. So we'll see what
Mhm.
he brings into the market, and we'll see how the market responds. I mean, everybody knows Kanye and his brand and what it stands for. So I think the hype will continue and definitely boost Gap, and I think they're gonna come back to life. To be honest.
I know, I did too. I think it's just revolutionary enough to turn it around and like really incorporate a bigger sect of people into it. Because like we were talking about, Kanye mainly caters to people that like higher end streetwear and collectible items. So
Mhm.
if he can merge all of these worlds together, he would definitely be a fashion powerhouse, and he's making the right moves to start doing that.
Definitely, definitely. And maybe someday we'll see Kanye go on tour, going, from Gap to Gap, giving out some live concerts for the shoppers.
That'd be so sick. They'd shut down the malls. Is the only way to get the malls to come back to life.
Dude, I'm just saying they're gonna be paying Kanye a lot of money for this deal. There's no way he's not doing this for cheap.
I know. I wonder if they'll ever disclose the amount, but I
Um,
guess I guess we'll have to see. I'm very excited about it. It was totally out of left field today when I saw it on Twitter.
They're gonna give him 20% equity of the whole company with a royalty about 2% of every pair of Yeezy stuff they sell.
Wow.
That's my guess. They're going bankrupt. What do you expect?
They are. I mean, they should just give him 25% because that's basically the sales he's doing for the entire company anyway.
Tell me about it.
They should just give him a high five and a pat on the back.
You would. I just start my own. He's worth more than freaking Gap.
Honestly, you could just buy him out probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could buy out more than the share that he's bringing in, and then he could own the whole supply chain. That'd be crazy. Wow.
Yeah,
Probably be a bad business move, but it'd be cool.
Definitely when the stuff releases in Gap, we're definitely gonna do a video, trying it all out and buying some for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna do it's not gonna be a 24-hour challenge. It's gonna be a 128-hour challenge. We're gonna camp out outside of Gap in a tent for a few days until the drop happens. So we can get everything.
Hell yeah.
First one to get punched by someone in the store reaching for an item is the loser.
Yes. If anybody gets out with a pair of Yeezys, you already know.
You're the big winner.
They're the big winner. Yes.
Yes, sir. Lots of money being thrown around, lots of punches being thrown around, but Spotify is the next big company that's throwing a bunch of money around. They're investing over $500 million into new podcasting deals to attract subscribers. Basically, this all started with Joe Rogan, like we were talking about a month or so ago. They're making a lot of these bigger time podcasters with a huge listener base these very lucrative offers to start drawing people in. It turns out Spotify actually hasn't had an annual profit like ever since they've been founded. And they're thinking it might happen in 2022, but they're hoping that these podcasts attract more paid subscribers to make up for that. So we'll see if they can pull it off.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I mean, they're definitely going to be signing us eventually. Let's hope. Spotify for listening. Please sign us. We do content 3 times a week. Actually, no, 4 times a week with the weekly challenge included. So, like,
it's true.
We're staying consistent. You know, we're banging. We're going hard. You know, throw us a contract. You know.
Always plug.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're making a ton of huge offers. They're worth over $40 billion, excuse me, and that value just by itself is double the entire recording industry.
Wait, Spotify's worth $40 billion?
45 billion, yeah.
Holy crap, that's insane. That's bigger than most of these stores that we're talking about. I think the Gap is only worth, a couple billion. Spotify is worth almost probably 9 times that amount. That's insane.
About half of Bill Gates' net worth.
And they still haven't made a profit?
Nope, no profit at all. It's just because of all their paid subscribers that they have.
It's interesting.
Yeah, their financials are crazy. I didn't realize how big of a deal it was until today, but with all the billions they have to invest, I mean, they could easily overtake the podcast space because they do get a lot of seed funding too.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna send it to us for sure.
I hope so.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna invest, but I'd be curious to see what happens.
I mean, yeah, they're starting to expand, so that's always a good thing when you see these platforms reach out to new creators and whatnot to get more people. So more people means more money. So if it works out, then they'll definitely be set.
True. I like that. Expansion is better than contraction.
Science.
Making money every day. And Albertsons just had their IPO today to try to make some more money.
Let's go.
It didn't go so hot for them though. They had to downsize their IPO just to get listed. And as soon as their IPO came out today, by the end of the trading day, it was 3% below the start price. And they're missing targets across the board. They were supposed to sell 65.8 million shares and only sold 50 million. And they were also supposed to have the stock price up to $18 to $20 by the end of the day, and it was actually $15.51.
Wow. They came out on a big red day though. Could we blame them for
Yeah,
that?
I know
yeah, that's true.
this is
What is
like
their
the
ticker?
worst week. What is there? It's AVC, I think. Let me double check that.
Because I can't
Dude, I
find them.
love Albertsons.
Dude,
I'll
I
be
do
honest.
too.
That's
It's
where I shop.
it's ACI.
ACI.
Yeah,
I don't see it on Robinhood. Hmm.
So Albertsons is pretty cool. You know, I don't play their Monopoly because I'll be honest, they're never gonna win. But you know, if you play, respect to you. Maybe someday you'll win the grand prize.
that's right. You can't win if you don't play. Am I right?
Yeah. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag trademark.
They actually also own Safeway.
They do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Safeway and
Yes.
Albertsons are kind of one and the same.
Dude, I would love to put some money in Albertsons. I think it'd be a really great investment opportunity because I think, you know, they might be a little bit low from where they should be.
That's
I
what
think
I'm
so.
saying too. And they have such a huge global holdings. Well, at least in the country.
Hmm.
And I know they have Safeways in a lot of remote locations too. And sometimes that's the only grocery store option. So I feel like they're pretty stable. Like, probably same or better off than Kroger. So I might throw a couple bucks into it.
Are we all three gonna put some money in Albertsons then? Trio?
Yeah, I'm down.
Maybe.
Oh wow.
I need to get some free cash going. So right now, but once I get that available, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Albertsons, if you're
yeah.
listening, sponsor us.
I
We
sold
love you.
off all that American Carnival, so I got some cash lying around for Albertsons to take.
Must be nice. I still have mine, bro. We're going down the toilet right now.
Yeah, I tried to get out while I could.
Smart.
Do buy the next dip.
Dude, this is the dip.
I know Albertsons to $5 tomorrow.
Dude,
Or is it?
bro, if
Maybe
it
this
gets
is the
bro,
beginning.
if this goes under 10, I'm buying. That's it.
Albertsons?
Yes, if it gets under 10, I'm buying. If they're listed on Robinhood, because I can't find them.
I'll see what they do tomorrow.
All right, but what if they get under 8?
So I'll buy some more.
That's definitely a buy.
Okay, I respect.
Yeah. I mean, I sold all my luck in coffee because they're getting delisted. So I got like a couple hundred on me. I lost a lot of money on that deal. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they went down the toilet big time. I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I'm happy I didn't hold that for too much more time.
So yeah, that's happening right now. So let's hope there's a quick bounce back when we get some more equity in, and I'm gonna make some sales and then reinvest on the dip. But to be honest with you, I think the Dow might go down more. But we'll talk about that later in the episode.
Yes, sir, we will. And for now, we got to talk about what Disney's doing. They're big in the news. For some reason, I don't, I don't know. Did this just come out, or was this old news?
I think it came out
This
yesterday.
Yeah, this came out yesterday, but they've been talking
Okay.
about this for a while now. It's just the news came out yesterday.
Oh, okay. It was official yesterday.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so what we're talking about is the ride Splash Mountain, which you know you may be familiar with. They have the zippity doo dah zippity day song playing while you're riding a little log canoe through a water ride, and then you get to the top of a mountain, and then you drop down,
Hmm.
which is pretty fun. But they're redoing the theme of the ride because I guess the ride is based on a movie called Song of the South, which was released, I think it was around the 40s, 1940s. And I guess I've never seen it myself, and I don't know where you could find it because I couldn't find it. But I guess it had a bunch of racist uh, things in the movie. I don't really know.
I haven't seen it either, but I've heard that's true too.
Yeah, so I guess they're being really racist to African Americans in the movie, and Disney is trying to remove that. So they're changing the theme from Song of the South to, what is it, Princess and the Frog?
Yep, Princess and the
Yeah.
Frog.
So that'd be cool. You know, I'm looking forward to it. It's always cool to see revamped rides, and you know, you change the experience and make it more enjoyable. Because sometimes going the same ride over and over and over again, you know, it gets kind of boring.
Yeah, that's totally true, and I had no idea about the connotations of it. So I mean, it's for the best that they're changing it. I feel like
Yeah, definitely. I had no idea either myself, and
I haven't
um,
been to Disneyland in like so many years, at least over 10 years. I
Wow.
let's see.
don't even
Probably me too.
remember. I
I,
went. Let's see. I think 13 years ago, 14 years ago, I went when I was like a little kid.
yeah, it might have been that. Well, maybe not that long for me, but pretty close. So, maybe we'll do a Big Gaucho's Disneyland trip where we go and explore the rides and have a good time, and hopefully we don't
Hell
end up
yeah.
in Disney jail.
I'm down.
Disneyland stock challenge. First one to puke at California Adventure loses. I can't wait. That'll
Yeah,
be
well,
exciting.
heck yeah, we'll go on the little Ferris wheel, the one that has the carts moving, and we'll just try to get it so that the cart goes upside down on us.
I'm so down. I'm so down. We could try it. They just like see us on like that camera that takes your picture at the end. Like falling down with no cart.
Oh boy, it'll be
Oh,
fun.
I know it will be. It'll be super fun. Let's hope we can go back soon because a lot of states are closing down, including Texas, which we're going to talk about next. Big news is Governor Abbott in Texas is closing down all of the bars to try to stop COVID, and they're also doing this in Florida.
Oh
So
wow,
let's hope it gets them on the right track.
yeah. So we might be going into lockdown 2.0, and it'll be interesting because we know that the incubation period for COVID is around 2 weeks. So if the closure of bars, and I think they're also preventing people from doing outdoor activities. I think in the article I read, they were saying that they were limiting the amount of people going tubing um, at lakes and rivers and whatnot.
Yeah.
So if these measures are successful, then they're not going to be apparent immediately. So, it might take like a week or so before the numbers start dwindling in new infection cases.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. And for those of you that are new, we live in Arizona, so Arizona's definitely had a big spike in cases. I guess we're kind of the big three right now, Arizona, Texas, and Florida as far as new COVID cases go. So gotta be really careful these days. It's not something to mess around with, but I hope we can, start to get them to go down a little bit.
yeah. Stay home, wear masks, try and stay clean.
Yeah, that's
Definitely,
right.
definitely.
And buy more stocks while you're at home.
Yeah, day trade.
Yeah,
Pump
do
and
some
dump
day
hurts.
trading.
Yeah, just day trade and play COD for the whole weekend tomorrow when you're listening to this.
I respect it. Yeah, play COD on the weekends, eat your cheese balls, and then on the weekdays you can start day trading with us.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's safer, I guess, if you're working from home.
Yeah, but
And
also apparently I read an article saying the CDC is estimating that around 20 million Americans have had COVID, but just are not aware of it. Which they predicted that from an antibody test that they conducted, I think, probably about a month ago. Um, so that's kind of interesting. 20 million Americans have had it, but that's not obviously the official number, because most people are asymptomatic when they get the virus.
yeah, that's scary. All three of us could have it and not know it.
Yeah,
True.
maybe we'll do a Big Gaucho's COVID
Antibody test.
19 antibody test.
I'm down. More content for you guys.
whoever has COVID loses, and you have to buy stocks for the other people.
Bet. Do you think the Dow Jones will have like another major crash because of the lockdown 2.0 if it happens?
I
If it's
think so.
nationwide, yes.
Yeah, because that was part of the reason it dropped so much today that we'll talk about in a bit. Is a lot of it was to do with Texas and Florida, basically, like Dave was talking about, signaling that there might be another lockdown, and the
Mm.
cases aren't slowing down, so it's partly to blame.
Yeah. So I mean, if it's a nationwide closure again, you might see the Dow drop to record lows. You thought 19,000 was low. We could go down to like 15, 14.
Sell.
Yeah, we're gonna be so toasted because if you think about it, the mortgage forbearance is gonna be ending in August, and the CARES Act and like paycheck protection programs are ending at the end of July. And then
Mhm.
if we have another wave of COVID, dude, oh my god, I don't even want to know what's gonna happen. Dow
I
to
think
5,000 points.
it's probably inevitable that it's going to have a second wave, but the response will be interesting to see.
True.
100% will.
Get ready to
Well,
invest, boys. Dip.
exactly. Get ready. And while you're sitting at home trying to figure out what to invest, we got some good picks for you today. We got biggest winners, biggest losers. Of course, we got the sleepers too. So listen up and buy something.
True, true. Let's hit that soundtrack and get started.
All right. I know we talked about this earlier. We got the gap up here, 18.80% up. You guys already know
Yeah.
that's a buy.
Yeah, they might be, honestly. I love the Gap. I've been saying it since probably very early on in the podcast. I've been saying I love the Gap. It's a great store.
Yeah. And Old Navy, one of their other brands.
Yeah, Old Navy specifically. Not really. I don't really care much about the Gap, but Old Navy is my jam.
Everyone's gonna care about the Gap now. Gap's gonna be like the biggest store now that Kanye's into it.
True.
He's gonna rename Gap Kanye's.
Probably he could afford to buy it. What's the
True.
next one we got up here, Dave? This seems up your alley.
Um, so this one is Axon Therapeutics, and you know, let me get back to you on specifically what they do. Give me a little pass.
No worries, but they're up 11.98%. And while Dave's checking into that, Nikola Corporation, one of our favorites that we've been talking about nonstop, one of our Arizona Golden Boys, they're down 10.62% today.
Yep. And Kevin was telling me that we were right, that a lot of their private investors are getting ready to sell.
Dude, I know. I called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You did.
So for that one comment that was saying that we were wrong and that they're going to go up 200%, joke's on you because we were right.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, please send us a voice message on anchor.fm/gauchos. Like, you messed up, my guy.
Yeah, y'all thought. Well, we got y'all.
Oh, you thought they were going up. No way those calls are printing anymore, dude. Those things trash.
But I think I still might invest if it drops. So keep an eye
Wait,
on that.
exactly. Just wait on the drop.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that dip and then we'll hold on. And then when the actual stuff comes out, the product that semis, the nice truck, and then that's when the money's gonna start rolling in.
Yes, sir. And Goldman Sachs is another big loser we got for the day. They're down 8.65%. Banks are kind of struggling right now. And I know one thing for Goldman Sachs in particular is they were starting to discontinue their high yield savings account program called Marcus in the United Kingdom first, and then a couple other countries, I believe. So maybe investors are speculating that they, can't afford these high interest rates anymore to pay to people.
Maybe. You think the drop in Goldman Sachs has to do with the market dropping a little bit today?
It definitely could be, just because the futures are really bad, but also mortgage rates are still dropping. I know they were doing VA loans if you're a veteran for a 2.25% APR, which is historically low. I mean, that's basically free money. So, if you're trying to refinance your house, it's a great time to do that.
Yeah, so let me get back to you with the Axon. So what they do, so it's Axon Therapeutics under the ticker AXSM, and they went up just under 12% today. And what they do is they are a pharmaceutical company that develops medication to fight nervous system disorders, and they're mainly focused on Alzheimer's disease and clinical depression. So they have a couple drugs, and it seems from what I'm reading, they're not quite approved yet, but they're just in the they're in clinical trials right now. So they're hoping to get passed and FDA approved so they can get put onto the market. And yeah, so they have a couple candidates here, and yeah, I think the increase probably had to do with positive news released from a clinical stage experiment.
Nice.
100%. That's so wild. I didn't know they were into that kind of research, and it's interesting to see the biomed companies that are doing something other than the pandemic.
Yeah, it's always interesting to read about something other than COVID nowadays.
Especially, yeah, we need some other things to think about sometimes.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's not going away anytime soon either, which is unfortunate.
yeah,
Oh yeah, definitely.
extremely unfortunate. The sleeper stocks aren't going anywhere either. Might be able to make some money that way. We got Workhorse. It's a electric vehicle company, and they also do aircraft out of Ohio. I'd never heard of
Ooh,
them. They've actually been around since 2007.
Wow.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
so they're really starting to come up in the world. I don't know if it's a buy. I don't know much about the whole electric vehicle space, I'll be honest.
I'm gonna stick with
Yeah,
Nikola.
Yeah,
that's your
probably a
electric
better bet.
vehicle.
That's my electric vehicle. Unless Tesla goes down like $500, then I'll buy Tesla.
Better stick to Nikola.
I think so.
And then
Workhorse though, interesting. I'm under. It's interesting. How would an electric aircraft work? Is it like a private jet or something smaller than a private jet? Or are we talking about like a huge 737? You know?
dog, I have absolutely no idea, honestly. That's why I said like I don't know anything about these, so I feel like I'm not qualified to, invest in Workhorse or anything.
Yeah, but just imagine this. Okay, so we got a 737. All right, and we need to power it electrically, right?
Okay.
So halfway in the flight, we're gonna need to recharge the battery because we're running low on fuel or on juice. So what do? We hook up a huge, let's say, 100 foot by 100 foot solar panel to the back of the plane, tie a rope around it, put it on the tail wing, and have the plane drag it through the sky. That way, the sun will hit the solar panel and it will recharge the battery of the plane.
Sounds like a plan.
Foolproof.
Doesn't sound like a fire hazard either.
Nope. 100% foolproof. You got this, Dave.
I think
Someone
it's a great idea.
Workhorse, if you're listening to this, take some notes. Send us a couple planes because we just solved your problems.
Yeah, that's totally easy money.
Sponsor us, please.
Sponsored, yeah, we'll take a sponsorship too. And then our next two sleepers, we got that bankrupt buyout theme, kind of, just for the first one. AMC theaters, they're supposedly getting buyout offers from Amazon and now Microsoft. Because
Holy.
you know how Amazon is kind of producing TV shows and film a little bit. They're trying to get into the theater space too, and I guess Microsoft wants to play ball.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems
And
interesting that Microsoft would be interested.
yeah, I can't figure out a reason, but I'm sure Bill Gates knows what he's doing.
They're gonna come out with their own streaming platform and then stream all their big movies on there.
They're just gonna buy all the theaters to knock them down so that nobody can watch movies unless they pay for Microsoft streaming.
Seriously.
You know, Netflix should actually buy it. That would be really cool.
It would, or like Hulu or something,
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I think
Netflix
that
does a
would.
lot of originals too, like you were saying.
Yeah, Netflix is probably starting to move. They're probably gonna. I think eventually Netflix is gonna get to the point where they're gonna put most of their films or TV shows are gonna be originals. Just because I think the online streaming services is gonna get really, really, really how do you
Saturated.
say it? Yeah, really saturated because we're already kind of seeing it where all these companies are coming in, like Disney Plus, was a really recent one where they just make their own streaming service and then they pull out all their movies, and which kind of sucks because if you just have one streaming service, then if you want to watch Disney, then you kind of can't.
That's right. And then Verizon tried to have a streaming service too, and that failed pretty miserably. Verizon
Yeah.
Go.
So I think for sure, it's
They don't
definitely going to get super saturated.
like the whole reason we had these streaming platforms was to be cheaper than cable, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, now that we have so many different types of platforms, let's say you want to watch everything and you get all those platforms, it might be even more than just having cable.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's why if you're listening, pick up some YouTube TV. It's really cheap. You get all the essential channels live.
Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel and yeah, support the big gauchos. We're gonna have our own TV series.
That too. Check us out.
YouTube, if you're listening to us, sponsor us.
You know what will come out eventually, maybe, is someone might come up with an idea of kind of like getting a package where you pay a certain fee and you get, let's say, you get Netflix, you get Hulu, you get Disney Plus for, I don't know, $30 a month. That may, be happening. Because I know there's already a deal. I think, was it with Disney Plus and Hulu, where you can get both of those for a certain amount of money?
Yeah, and Hulu does a deal with Spotify too.
And the hub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it'll be really interesting to see if that comes back, because that was a big trend with the cable companies, like bundling everything and like doing the packages. So it's like, well, we're back to square one.
Yeah, but I mean, at least you don't have commercials, so that's kind of a plus.
That's so true. The thing I like most about YouTube TV is like I can still watch the live TV channels, but let's say it's like a half-hour show and you jump in like 20 minutes late, you can start it from the beginning, even if you didn't record it.
Oh, that's cool.
That is
really
cool.
It's so useful. So they're definitely way more innovative than cable.
Yeah, dude, imagine paying for cable. Like you're paying what, $50 a month, or I don't know how much it costs for cable. I'll be honest, but you're paying for that, and then like a third of what you're watching is just commercials.
I know, sometimes even more than that. And like, what's the point of having DVR?
I don't know. If they bring commercials to online streaming, it's game over. It's toast.
Well, Hulu's got commercials.
Oh, not Netflix, so that's all I care about.
That's a good point. They gotta coexist. Luck and Coffee might need to start running some commercials, because they're our next sleeper and they're officially out of money and not fighting anything.
Yeah.
The board of directors made the chairman resign, and they're no longer fighting getting delisted. And NASDAQ basically said, we're just going to do it. Despite all this, the reason it's up here as a sleeper is because for some insane reason, they have an 86% buy rating.
How?
They're coming back. They're coming back.
Even if they come back, they're not going to be worth anything. Like,
yeah, it's because the speculative investors are going crazy. They're having a field day with it.
No, Tyler, you gotta think about it this way. So right now, Luck and Coffee's in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes left. They're down 6 points.
they're down more than the 6 points, David.
All right, they're down 7 points. They got the ball on the 5-yard line, their 5-yard line. It's 4th and 30, so they got to go for the Hail Mary. If they make it, it's going to go through the roof. Calling it.
But like, think about it though. If they get delisted, what happens to the initial shares that you own?
They just
you
go
get wiped out.
That's what I'm saying. You literally lose all your money.
Yeah,
until
exactly.
They come back.
Just like Hertz, they're not going to come back.
That's what I'm saying.
Come back. They're going to throw the Hail Mary, get a touchdown.
Oh man, I don't know. I sold all my Luck and Coffee today. They were at $3 when I had them, and then this came out and dropped 50%. So they were trading at $1.40. So I lost literally more than half of my investment. So I'm really sad.
Yikes.
What did I sell them at? I sold them at 408. I sold Luck and Coffee at 408, and I bought it for $218.
Well,
Oh wow.
I
Dang.
rebought them. That's why I sold them at $4 too when I bought them at around like $3, and
Yeah,
then I
but
rebought to hold, and I was like, dang, I should have just took my wins and just ran with it.
Oh, you should have.
yeah. But you reinvested your winnings, right? You didn't lose money overall. You just reinvested your winnings and lost on your winnings, right?
Uh, Probably, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Or I might be down like $50. I didn't do the calculations, but yeah, it's really close.
That's all right. It's the comeback train. And
Yeah.
well, I mean, I know how you can make your losses back too.
How?
Well, Anchor's going to help us out with that because they've sponsored today's episode.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, let's hit that ad. All right.
Love you, Anchor.
It was a bloodbath today, but I took the dub 2 days in a row now. So
Damn. We going back to back.
Uh-oh.
back
Uh-oh.
to back. 25,800 tomorrow.
Okay, he called it. He called it.
Yep. I'm thinking a slight little dip. Honestly, they might go green, so I'm a little worried, but that's what I'll stick with.
You said 25,800, my guy. They're going up 800 points.
That's not a slight gain. That's a big gain.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean 24.8. 24.8.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
okay.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong numbers. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Because I was about to say 24.8.
Oh my guy.
I'm just kidding. I
Gotcha.
wasn't. I'm thinking 25,500.
Okay.
25,500.
We lost 1,400 points in 2 days. It's time for it to go up a little bit.
Yeah, you might be right.
I don't
Yeah.
know, man. We might just go on a downtrend and just all the way down to the toilet. Who knows?
I don't know. Maybe they'll just shut down the market tomorrow and it'll be zero and we all lose.
Tomorrow's Saturday, Monday.
Or Monday. Oh my gosh, what is dude, I'm falling asleep.
Yeah. So whenever the weekend, the COVID cases just keep rising through the roof, and they announce we're going to go on a national lockdown again, and the market just drops 3,000 points.
Dude,
It's martial law. We're all like trying to escape to like Canada.
dude, I'd sell everything right away, pre-market or whatever I can. I'd sell.
I would too. I'd be so scared.
This is a warning to all Americans. You can no longer leave your house of residence.
It sounds like the purge announcement.
True.
What
Sorry, I
do
got
you
the
think,
inspiration.
All right, Dave, give me a number.
I'm going to go with Austin's number, 25.8.
Oh, my original 25.8. Okay, that's funny.
All right,
Yeah,
I like
I think
that,
that'll
Dave.
give me some good mojo.
All right, what do you think Canol's gonna say? 24,700.
Something like that. It's like 24,799.
He's gonna say 24,700.
I just know it. I just know it in my heart of hearts.
Dude, why don't we just kick him out?
Nah, dude. You're just saying that because you don't want to. Wait, actually, you're right. Last, never mind. I don't know what I was trying to say.
I'm kind of getting mad that he's kind of screwing you guys over. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Can we implement the at least 100-point rule?
I thought we already did
Yeah.
that, didn't we?
Well, we never made it official to Canol.
Yeah, text him in the group right now.
Okay.
Or how about a 50-point buffer?
No,
No,
we
100.
always do 50 points.
10-point buffer?
5 points final offer.
Well, we'll see what he picks today.
We'll have to see, and you guys will have to see when you come back on Tuesday to listen to us. Thanks for listening, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the show. Leave us a voice message on anchor.fm/gauchos or biggauchos.com if you want to send in an investing tip. We might play it on the show. Tyler, do your thing for us.
All right, guys, it's your boy Big Gaucho Tyler, and we're back with another disclaimer. So we are not licensed brokers, so everything said on this podcast is our opinion from our experiences. We love to make money, and we want you guys to make money as well, but at the same time, please invest safely. Do your research. Make sure that you know what you're getting into before you put your money. And with that being said, please like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. We need all the support we can get. We love you guys. We love doing this. We're not going to stop doing this. So, yeah, and, subscribe, like, smash that like button. And
Right.
Dave, let the viewers know what our Instagram's doing.
So the Instagram is at Big Gauchos. Give it a follow. Give us some nice comments. Tell us how your day is going. Tell us what your portfolio is. And tell us that you are making cash hand over fist. If you're losing, you can let us know that too, and we'll say sorry. Sorry for your losses.
We'll give you some tips.
Yeah, we'll give you condolences, but we're gonna be like, you should have listened to the podcast. Could have made some good buys.
Yeah. Honestly, if you put all your money in Luckin Coffee right now, Luckin Coffee right now,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
they're gonna throw the Hail Mary, and you
Yeah,
probably have a 5% chance to like make a crap load of money.
yep. It's the riskiest thing you'll ever do, but maybe it'll pay off. And just a quick reminder, if you're listening to us on streaming services, thank you. Go ahead and share that if you feel like you're learning something useful. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, if you could do us a favor, leave us a quick rating or a review. Tell us something we did good. Tell us something that you'd like to see changed. Whatever. Suggestions for videos, we love it. Anything and all the support is much appreciated. And on that note, that's a good night from Arizona. We're signing off. We hope you made some money today.